Get up. Come on now. Ha! Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at BTS's concept trailer as well as a dance practice and a behind the scenes, because we love to take a whole deep dive on all things Pantanso년단 for this entire marathon. I'm having a freaking blast so far in this debut era. I hope you guys are too. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. Hands up. It's been so long since I've seen this. Come on now. Commitment to character.
You think you're just dead from inside, mentally. But if you still feel your heart beating, what you waiting for? Get up.
Get up. Come on now. Ha!
Come on, boy.
Ooh.
Ready?
Who needs the sunglasses? Here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything you did will be exactly what you will be, right?
Pop off. So fun. Hi. Really fun way to promote the album. Goodness gracious, that's fun. Okay, dance practice time. Let's go. Woo. Yeah, let's get the flashlights out. I really love the contrast. So fun. Oof. You know what? He disappeared really well here. Again, I was really waiting to see if I could find him, and I did not catch it even here on a fixed cam. Way to freaking go on the transitions. Now I gotta really look for it. Yeah! So fun. Here we go. All right, here we go. From the top here. Well, firstly, I need to see where exactly he ends up hiding. Right there. He ran away. Got it. Cool. That's actually a very natural place to transition out, because it's whenever you have this kind of resistance, you see this contrast happen there. You're so focused on that, where you see them come up and then you see them sink back down really quickly. That's what captivates you more than seeing him go out of frame, which is super dope. Okay, here we go. From the top here, contrast in the actual concept shoot, you can tell. I mean, it's just if you've been in the dance scene where you've had a costume change on stage before, you sometimes when you see this kind of cinch in the back or this kind of like velcro-y material in the back, you assume there's a good chance they're gonna do something with that, right? Or it's just there for a fun little textile or texture moment. So I have seen this before. Most pre-debut stuff I've seen, so it's not really gonna be a surprise. I really love the camera shots of this, by the way, super dope. And having the dancers rip the top off, it does remind us of No. Like, it really ties into No very well. All this here is fun. They end up pulling. They go boom. You even have the part of the music where it really looks like the music just caused that costume change to happen. So that was really fun. Very clean on that transition too. So go them. So we start from the jump, from the top. We're chill. We're cooking like a crock pot meal, ready to go. So they end up, I think, transitioning their weight from left to right, aren't they? Hold on. Let me look here. Yeah, so they go up, and the upper body is where the majority of our focus is. But I like the fact that everybody's head is down. Nothing's crazy. We have this nice little gummy worm kind of reverb that's happening that I find to be pretty fun. So they end up going, and that causes a big contrast from all of these switch ups and the weight shifts, right? And I like the stickiness of it. It feels like pistons are firing, right? So that's really cool. So I like that you have Rap Monster up there at the top with a fun little moment there, which was nice. So they hit it through, hit around. This gives so much Mega Crew vibes. Just in how it's structured, in the fullness, the type of dynamics they're using, which is right up my alley. I think it's super fun. So then they bring it through. I like the heel toes that to catch that sound, which is really nice. They took the arms, crossing them on the wrist to help with that. So from there, they're up, boom, and then they take that leg, sit it out to the side. I like the look over too. It looks nice. They take the arm, throw it over, which is nice. Good rotation, nice knee accent on too. They take the body. I like the accent once again going on with the elbow for there, which is cool. The switch up, good intention with the head. You see our dancers moving things to the side, so they're not distracting or taking away from what's going on, which is nice. And it does look like somebody is on the tripod zooming out so we can catch everything, but I like and appreciate the fact that we got to see it up close, which is cool. So the point away is nice, so they go to the front. The throw and usage of back is also really nice. Really like the flashlight usage, it's cool. So I like that they're moving around. They're like, it's the police. And you don't, in the music video or the actual like visual, you don't see, because it's so dark, right? Like, you don't see you see him run, but it's so minimal, right? That's so cool. Okay, anyway. So having the flashlights come up, it literally puts a spotlight on them, so you really get to see the contrast of them being very tense there, which is super cool. I love that. Hands up. I like that they nod the flashlight up to look like they're controlling them. Really cool moment there. They do a little 3-step turn. My dancers do to do a subtle transition and formation change. I love that. Showcasing some depth there. And they said, all right, come on. Here we go. They're getting close. And then they go away, and then they reset, so they're facing the back, which is also cool. And then they drop a level that makes it look like they're the ones that are dropping the arms, which is super cool. All that is really fun and very complimentary. When you see arms drop a level, seeing bodies drop a level too, it's just really nice, complimentary, and showcases depth. And then they end up taking the arms behind them. They use it to rotate around, which is nice. They do a little wrist up, and then they end up connecting it down. You got a little dubstep remix coming in hot here. So taking the arms up and then planting them down triggers the legs to heel toe out, which is really cool. And then all of this here, they're aiming, and it just, at the end of each phrase, you see another member, 2 members get taken out, that kind of stuff. So it's really cool how in the beginning, we don't know that's happening. So how our first member gets shot is important, because if it needs to look more like, oh, he just got taken out. It needs to look that way more so there than in some of the other ones getting taken out, because he's introducing a concept that's going to bleed over into all the other members. So that was really nice. I love the fullness of that. It was super cool. You have different levels going on with your dancers too, which is super cool. And so they all come up. I really like the shoulders and the chest being integrated from Jungkook on that, and the fact that any member who gets shot and on the ground, they don't move, and that's really important. Commit to the bit, right? So they end up doing a flip, so I like that he's pressing away. Dancers are still having their gun pointed, their flashlight pointed, and they even go boom. It's more realistic than like I don't know, than pushing back, like having it come up. It just gives that impression. It's more believable, which is cool. So they've dropped down, and that's where in your head you recognize, they're really all gonna get taken out. And then at that point, you don't even realize, you're like, oh, Rap Monster's not there because I only count 6, right? Because there's that pause, which is really cool. So you have the turn on that, which is cool. I love this leapfrog with the slide through, which is nice. So good for Jungkook for having his legs spread out enough to lowers his level enough to get that leapfrog to happen, but also to where you can have whoever to go through. Then your dancers are still there, and you end up having 2 others. So it ends up being the middle takes out the first member, then your front take out the next members, and then the back. So all the dancers have a purpose, right? So they all are functional to the storyline. It's not the same dancers every time. So that's cool. And the throw on that was really cool. And they all go to the inside. That's not really a basket run. We can cut them some slack here, right? So they said da 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 da. So nice little declaration there. Everyone is out. Honestly, it's a great break if you ask me. So they go pom, and he hits it and he drops down. Good for him for making it look believable. The heartbeat is cool. Panning the camera in the space was really fun. It still is cool as we watch it today. And this mess was what, 2014? Guys, it's so cool to watch. I love it. Yeah, it was really nice. And they're there, and you're counting. You're like, there's only 6 of them. Correct. Rap Monster's coming in from the back. Now, how he walks, I actually really like this. I just think it's fun. How he walks, it's this kind of charisma on try me, but also I can tell, like, he doesn't groove with his body. And you can tell because of how he sways his upper body, which I find fun. I like how he stomps. It's just, I don't know. I just find that to be really fun. I'm excited to see him kind of rest more intimately into some of the choreography in the future. But that's really cool. I love the fullness and commitment of the legs to shoot up with the arms. Really nice there. Drop down. He says, come on, throw. Extremity heavy, right? So we've already touched on that with Rap Monster and Jen. You're going to see it a lot more with them than you would with J-Hope. J-Hope's already kind of fixed a lot of that prior to even us seeing pre-debut material, just because of his training, which is really cool, of he's not using a lot of his energy from his back. He's using it from his arms, which has a sense of there's limitations to the kind of power that he's exuding in his movement choices because of that, which is fine. It's just a preference thing at the end of the day when it comes to something like this. But I really like how he goes hit. You have 3 and 3, so I like that you have it kind of call and response, which was not call and response, but you had it as like an every other that you were hearing in the track. So that was cool. Then he goes down, boom, really nice stomp there, big drop, where they all slowly come up, nice little speed change. They have to make sure they don't come up too quickly nor too slow. And so I like that he goes and he creates that tension too. It makes him look connected with the rest of the members. The dancers are now, they're nice and slow. They're trying to stay low as well. You know, they need to come from the back so they're not, taking away from the transition of the costuming that we're going to see here soon. You're able to really see it. So we end up doing a super fast Jimin said wee to get to his spot, which was fun. I like the hop there, boom. So we had a little pullback on the chest, pulling it as we allow space of energy right there as we jump. So that was cool. And then we hit and out. Nice punch on this. And then we do a nice head rotation. Good clean lines too. I will say you cannot tell the difference between the members and the dancers for this, which I think is a good thing to know, because I know a lot of people which is a complete side note, but I think it's important to mention here. A lot of people are like, what idols do you think could be professional dancers? And in my humble opinion, they're technically professional dancers if you look. Like, this is a prime example. I don't look at an idol and go, they're a good performer, but they can't pull being a professional dancer like their dancers can. It's all about the skill set of choreography retention. They're doing it just as well as the dancers are. So I think it can come across low-key as a silly question at times whenever people are placing a hierarchy on only these idols are good enough to be pro dancers. I would say there's a lot more than people think or assume that I think could pull it. It's part of it's going to be typecast. What is a director looking for? Another thing is going to be competency on choreo retention on the style that you're being asked to do. You know, if they're going to be asked to do this style and they can do it and they can show it here, ta-da, right? You know, so I just find that to be so funny when I see that kind of conversation on Reddit, and I'm like, yo, why are we having this conversation? Because I kind of, as a pro dancer myself, I don't really see the difference as much as a lot of people are claiming here, right? And, I mean, maybe that's just a hot take, I don't know, but I'm saying out of compliments here that they are pulling, even right now, even Jin and Rap Monster and SUGA, they are holding it down mighty fine in this concept to where they don't stick out. And to me, I think that's a job well done, and that's great. I like how they hit it here, and I like how they extend the arm, rotating the arm around. They bring it down. I love how we present that range up to the corners, and then you have JUNGKOOK in center there with both of his arms and everybody else taking their outside arm, making it, their range could have improved just a smidge, but it's so minimal, but that looks really nice. And now we have our dancers behind our members getting their costume. They have their hands, and when they throw those hands down, that creates a nice track for the actual outfit to come off. So it's coming off from the back, so they have to pull it and shove it down. So that's why what BTS chooses to do there really does matter on how fast that top can come off, right? So that was cool. So that was nice. We love that. Yeah, I love that little party mode right here. It's nice. Now, what I found interesting is because BTS is wearing white, yes, here, but they were also wearing white in the concept shoot at this point. I was curious as to, could we still have them stand out even though they're all in the same color? The answer is yes. Part of it comes from formations, and I've touched on this many times before. How you choose to feature an individual is also, and it's good on the choreographer if I can tell who's the members and who are the dancers from how the choreography is structured. It's always nice, because at the end of the day, this is BTS's concept trailer. This is not a dance crew, right? So this is important that these 7 are still the focal point even here, right? So we have our dancers in front, which is fine. I like this little extra chest on it is fine. I like the dancers. They cross your little ball change. You have Bangtan drop low. They point their arms up in the sky. They drop down. I love that. Doo-doo-doo. Really fun and full on the chest there. I could hear the percussion clearly through their movement, and that's always a good thing. That's great. I like how we have our dancers slide through those windows. Good for them. When it comes to those kind of formations, shifts, or those transitions, the question would be, whose responsibility is it to maintain spacing? The dancers are seeing how much space they have to work with. They know the direction they're going. Basically, everyone gets to watch each other. It's equal responsibility, in my humble opinion, where you have to make sure the dancers are going and being sent to the back, but they have to make sure they have enough space in between each other for the members to get through, but also the members have to make sure they're spaced out enough so the dancers can get through. So that's nice. I like that they're both able to look at their respective directions so we can have a really clean transition that is literally a split second. It's great. So the dancers have now peeled in the back, and then you have your members to the front, like the cross on that. Dancers have now joined in to provide more quantity of intensity and power, which is really nice. Good tension there. The kickball change was great. The crossover, nice clean lines. We love a good clean line, guys. It's nice. I like the pas de bourrée, like good accent with the hands, and they have the arm down. Fun little syncopation moment, or kind of accenting on that offbeat. da 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 da. So we're being very mindful on tone and the rhythmic patterns that we're given here. So I like the switch up on the arms. Do I personally wish we had more groove? Always. In these earlier eras, I feel this way with mega crews in general. When we have an absence of groove, it feels like there's some life that I would love to see that's more presented in it, but sometimes it is harder to, it's not sometimes, it is harder to clean when you have groove in a routine because it's somebody's soul as a human. And that's really hard to get my soul and somebody else's soul on the same page to make it look the same, right? That's just a really tough ask. So I understand a lot of times we really care about clean extremities, and sometimes we end up sacrificing more openness and fullness with the chest and torso. And that's, we kind of pick our battles on that. This still looks fine. It's still powerful. It looks great. I think the dancers held their own well. The members held their own well. That's always just, for me, even if this was in 2024 and if they were doing this even now, which I know they all have more authenticity in how they rest in choreography, and they're doing other styles of choreo, which is really fun. I know it wouldn't be the same, but it's still not a note, but an observation, I would still say, which is really fun about doing marathons, is that the question would be, am I only saying it because it's them from 2014, or would I give them the same observation if I see them in 2024? And I truly feel I would feel the same way. And I like the accent there with the head, and they hit high, mid, low. You have clean lines though, so they're killing it on the dynamics, because look, we've already had a 3-part breakaway, and I like from there they're nice and frozen. They have the rest of the members join in. I like the ha with the head, really fun, conversational and intense, and then they go and they reinstate it. And I like how they take the arms, bring it back, ha, really nice extra fullness there. And I like how the dancers went and they kind of provided more fullness, and they saturated the stage more in the back, which is really cool. They turn out of it, so I like that half of them ending up turning and facing the opposite direction. They cheated it, right? So that's cool. And then they ended up having the dancers stay up. So they're doing, I think, what is it? Not even Charleston. They do heel toe, heel toe. Then you have your members bring their legs up to the inside, right? So they're out. The dancers are up with their feet. Their feet are together. Members are separated, so you can see the heel to heel toe. So they are technically doing the same thing, but it's the opposite in direction, right? So you have your dancers going from their feet together to separated, and then you have your members with separated legs to come up to nice and tall. So you had different levels both times. So that was really cool. Then we have the throw there. Even the arms and how they neutralize were nice and complementary with each other. So that's nice. You have your dancers walk. You can't look like you're tired, even though we are tired. We have 4 of them drop low, and then we have our gun, and then we all do a nice little chest pop to finish. The dancers drop their head. 방탄소년단 keeps their head facing us. I like the intensity. So all in all, I really liked this. I think it stands the test of time, and that's something I feel with all of their choreo that I've seen so far revisited. It really does age pretty well because of the structure of the actual formations and composition. That kind of stuff is always satisfying, and is something that is always going to be a part of their history, which is great. Now, they don't have to personally love how they did it, but this is fine. Honestly, at the end of the day, this is, I would always want to strive to have more, groove in it, but you don't inherently have to for the sake of presenting a powerful performance. It can just enhance what you're bringing, right? So I enjoy this a lot. We have a behind the scenes right here we get to enjoy. Let's go. This is actually for the actual album shoot for it, more so. Sorry, I know this, I made it sound like it was a behind the scenes for the actual thing. So sorry. Oh, is it because he doesn't have makeup on? Oh, his hair is not as Ajuma permy as it was in the music video. That's funny. They have pose bingo, basically. Yes, that's been me before. Getting a fabric to move to and fro. Nice. I think so too. I think you'll be fine. Faith. Boy, man. Damn. Hello, my name is Jungkook. I dance a bit. I'm the golden magnet. Look at him. I know he can't take it seriously, but yeah. Golden magnet. That's funny. That was funny. I'm photogenic. There's some people who are just really photogenic. They're not wrong. Wow. He's so bubbly in these early behind the scenes. It's really fun. No. No. 안 돼. 안 돼.
매번 찍으니까 뭔가 감회가 새로워요. 아, 되게 좋네요.
No. 잘 끝냈어요.
내가 분하다 기분 되게 좋았는데 분하다.
이따가 놀라서 오는 거고 애들이랑 같이 와. 그래서 방금 여기서 막 큰 소리로 지금 장난하는 거냐고 시간이 몇 시인데 막 이런 식으로 혼나는 거지. 그럼 애들은
Oh, that's mean. Mean.
아 진짜 어떻게 찍어야 웃기는 저런 게 써놓고 살아있네. 국물을 밥 먹고 들어갈 거거든.
No idea at all.
고기대야? 고기대야? 고기대가 어딨지? 야. 고기대.
Cute.
예. 아 감사합니다.
Oh, here it is. So I guess I may add this in to the previous one. Might as well. Oh, they're just gonna continue. They're gonna continue to criticize. Oh no! He's gonna he's so gaslit is what's about to happen, right? Because he's gonna feel bad too. Oh no! Oh no!
야, 진짜 전화하고 빨리. 먹으면 돼.
그러니까 총 테이프에 맞췄는데 그게 댄서들이랑 형들 사이에서는 제가 좌측에 있다고 하더라고요.
그래서 한 주간에?
아니,
지금 뭐 하는 거야 지금?
죄송합니다.
여정국, 네가 잘했는데 다른 사람 다 틀렸다 생각하냐? 네가 아직도?
아니,
너 왜 그래?
죄송합니다.
잘해. 사람 주시고.
야, 중국.
아, 와.
아, 불뜬 거 맞잖아. 그래서 뭐 장난치고. 아니, 스톱 됐어, 스톱. 우리가 스톱 됐다니까?
This is terrible. No, this is gonna feel so bad.
뭐 한적 있냐?
Oh my god, what? What?
아니, 진짜.
Oh. 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 Oh no. And he's just gonna break down, right? Oh. Oh. Oh, and the assault begins. Ugh. I would cry too. Oh, he must have felt so bad. Thank you for being born.
감독님도 낯선
You're so mean. I know. Apologize. That was actually really good because you wouldn't expect that to happen on set. Oh.
연기가 진짜인 줄 알았어요. 감독님도 다 연기하신 거예요?
It said, okay. Oh. Thank you for crying. We really worked hard.
대단하다. 연기 많이 늘었네.
Look at that. Look at that.
진짜 0.01%래요. 나 눈치 빠른데? 멘붕 왔어요.
Oh yeah, I absolutely would too.
맞췄는데 오른쪽으로 갈게요.
Feel crazy, but I still feel good. Okay.
최고로 행복한 생일이네요. 17번째 생일인데 제일 행복했던 생일이네요. 아.
Wow, man. Yeah. So, oh goodness. Oh, might be still my heart. I would be so mad if that happened to me. I'm not one for surprises as much, especially if they're like that, because because I come from America, I get a little spicy. I can bite back a little bit. I mean, I wish I was that kind of, yes, I'm sorry, that's hard for me sometimes, especially when I'm like, I'm in the center, can you please show me, anyway, but yeah, I'm really happy that he was happy and they pulled it off. I do find it funny though, like when you think in your head, you're like, would I like that? I personally wouldn't. Being gaslit on set, I'd feel terrible. But then also I'd be relieved knowing that I wasn't the problem. So there's also that. This was super fun. I'll have this tacked on to the end. I was gonna have this separate, but because it's affiliated with a concept shoot, might as well have it all in one. You guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.